What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. And if you haven't watched my previous videos, my name is Karen and I lost 100 pounds in 2015, and so far I'm down 110 from my highest weight. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the difference between a diet and a lifestyle change. A diet is seen as something that's typically short-term and usually pretty extreme. You're either in a very large caloric deficit that can't be maintained for too long of a time without becoming detrimental to your own health, or you've cut out a major food group or a major macronutrient source like carbs. The point is that the change that has been made cannot be sustained in the long term. Basically meaning that once you stop doing whatever you're doing, like drinking diet milkshakes, you'll gain your weight back, unfortunately. So a lifestyle change is making small changes that you will be okay with doing forever, so that you'll never stop and then gain the weight back, because you'll always be doing this. So today I wanted to take some time and talk to you about a few subs that I've made in my diet. Some of them are low-cal options, some of them are healthier options. I have to preface this video by saying I am in no way a clean eater. I am more of a, how can I say this, realistic eater. I have 2 kids, I have a husband. Not everything is going to be perfectly clean all the time, but if I can find something that's convenient, a little bit lower calorie, satiates a craving, I'm going to go for it. So let me show you what I got, because I got a lot to go over today. Okay, I'm excited. So let's get started. So the very first thing, and one of the biggest changes that I've made, coconut oil. I don't use this in place of butter on toast, although I do know that some people do that. I use this whenever I would have used previously butter or olive oil to bake with or to saute with, that kind of thing. Now, coconut oil isn't necessarily going to be a lower calorie option, because tablespoon for tablespoon, butter's actually less in calories. Butter is about 102 calories a tablespoon. Coconut oil, this brand at least, is 120 calories a tablespoon. But, and here's the big but, it does not get stored in a place where the body can use it as fat. Once this enters your body, it does not immediately raise your blood glucose level in the way that butter does. So it doesn't turn to fat, it doesn't raise your blood sugar, and it actually gives you increased health, increased energy. It helps your muscle function, it helps your brain function. I mean, basically all good in here. So coconut oil, sustainable, I can do it forever. You might be thinking coconut with meat, whatever, but honestly, it hardly gives any type of flavor at all. If anything, I mean, it's aromatic when it's cooking, but when you're actually eating it, you cannot taste the coconut oil. Another big change for me, PB2. Really just any kind of powdered peanut butter. So powdered peanut butter, it's going to have 85% less calories than traditional peanut butter, and that's because they've basically pressed out all the oil, all the fats. You rehydrate it. It tastes good. It doesn't taste exactly like peanut butter does, but I forgot to mention what the calories are. So for the calories, 2 tablespoons, which is the same serving size as normal peanut butter. So 2 tablespoons is 45 calories. In 2 tablespoons of regular peanut butter, there's about 190 to 220, depending upon the brand that you're eating. So a huge difference. Also, when they say 2 tablespoons, they mean 2 tablespoons of powdered, and then you rehydrate it, and it becomes a lot more than that. And careful when you're rehydrating it, though. Go slow adding the water, because once it becomes overly with kind of soupy, it's not the bee's knees. All right, another sustainable change that I've made forever, egg whites. And I don't mean on their own, because on their own they ain't tasting like anything except for a sponge. So what I do is I just add them into my whole eggs to bulk them up, give them a little bit more protein, a little bit more filling in my tummy for the food. It's 25 calories for 3 tablespoons of this, which is actually a significant amount. So there's that. Let's see. Ooh, this is gonna be my favorite. Potato chips. Love them. Love them. But not this. Not these kind. I promise I did not eat not one of these. This is my husband and kids' preference. That's fine. That's all good. So 1 ounce of these are 160 calories, but I think that the big thing in here is the fat. 11 grams. Yeah, 11 grams of fat for 1 ounce. So 11 grams of fat, 160 calories. So let's talk about our healthier options. Harvest Snappy Crisps. They have these in so many different flavors now. This is the Caesar, my favorite, but they have lightly salted wasabi ranch, tomato basil, onion thyme, a lot of different flavors. I'm not at all affiliated with them, by the way. They're just really good. So 120 calories for 1 ounce. That was 160 calories for 1 ounce. The fat in here, though, 5 grams versus 11 grams. So that's less than half the fat. And these are baked. They are not deep fried the way that potato chips are. So in general, they're just a healthier option. And they are made from snap peas and rice. So another alternative that I do instead of chips, rice cakes. A lot of people kind of have this like, rice cakes, like, yeah, diet, extreme diet, like you see the girl eating the nasty rice cakes, whatever. But honestly, for me, it's more of a textural thing. I use the plain rice cakes, although these are buttered popcorn, which are way better than the plain ones. So 35 calories, the same as the plain ones. I use them as a vehicle. I will put, cream cheese and salsa on it. I will put, what's another thing I like to put on it? The other day I did like a light garlic spread with olives on top of it. I've used it as like a tortilla where I put like, beans and ground beef and lettuce and stuff on top. I put an egg on top of it. Like I said, I use it as a vehicle. It's a textural thing, and it's something that you can pick up and put into your mouth. So it's good for that. Snacking on them plain, I do too, as well, because to me it really does just taste like buttered popcorn. So, hey, no shame in the game. For the chocolate ones, just like a little bit more indulgent, gives you a little bit of that sweet. 13 mini cakes, 120 calories. That's 30 grams, so 2 extra grams than the chips. So, but the huge difference in this one, so 120 calories, 160 calories. 11 grams of fat in 1 ounce. 1.5 grams of fat. That's huge. Okay, but sometimes I like to be a little bit bad too. I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, it's kind of bad because, hello, it's Cheetos. But 1 ounce, 130 grams, 130 calories and only 5 grams of fat in these because they are baked. So they're bad, but they're not too bad. Plus, then I can kind of eat what my kids eat. But the main thing out of all these things is portion control. I'm talking about 1 ounce. This is definitely something I would weigh out on my food scale. So, let's see. What else do I got? Cauliflower. Cauliflower has become my main replacement for, like, let's say, potatoes, rice, pasta, any of those just kind of refined, carby, like starchy, like feeling foods. Cauliflower. Steamed, I will put the pasta sauce straight over it, or like beef stroganoff straight over it. It basically just gives you that same like kind of soft texture and then that warm feeling going down. So it's not that I'm like, let's say, anti-potato at all. It's just more like it's not worth the calories for me when I have another low-calorie, healthy option. Get your veggies in. Cauliflower taste is extremely neutral, the exact same way that rice is extremely neutral, pasta is extremely neutral. So cauliflower's been good to me that way. Let's talk jerky. I'm obsessed. This is Chef's Cut Buffalo Style Real Chicken Jerky. It is 70 calories for 1 ounce. So it's a lot less calories than a normal, like, flavored beef jerky would be. But to me, the real difference is the texture. With beef jerky, you're kind of, you kind of like jerk it away. It kind of tears apart, whatever. This is much softer, chewier, more enjoyable personally for me. High in protein. It's a good go-to low calorie, high protein snack. Speaking of that, yogurt. This is Fage Total 0% yogurt. It is 130 calories for half of this container. Should preface this by saying I hate yogurt. I always have all kinds, the sweetened, like unhealthy kind, the Dannon, the kind that have the little crumbles. Hate it. It's like the aftertaste to me. It like gets stuck on my tongue. I just cannot do it. Like even thinking about it, I'm just like, I can't do it. And everybody just thinks I'm crazy. They insist that I try yogurt over and over. So why is yogurt in my group of sustainables? That is my sour cream replacement. 100% would not be able to tell that it is not sour cream. Without, I'm not adding berries to it. I'm taking a spoonful and putting it on top of my Mexican food, and it tastes just like it, with way less fat. It's actually a healthy source of protein, and I mean, it tastes good. So, as sour cream. I guess it's a mental thing for me. So, Fage Total 0%. I know that other people use like the Chobani brand and all that stuff. This is just the one to me that tastes the most like sour cream versus yogurt. So another one of my go-tos, let's talk spices. Since losing all of this weight, I have become a little bit of a condiment freak. If you see the inside of my fridge here. So instead of putting butter on my vegetables, which I recently found out that not everybody does. I was talking to one of my friends and she thought that I was very weird for at one point having put like butter on my broccoli. That's how I was raised, butter on veggies. So instead of doing butter on any type of my veggies anymore, I will do some sort of either like a hot sauce. A lot of times I do like reduced fat blue cheese crumble and then like the buffalo hot sauce on it. Or I will do like I have, hang on. Yes. The Bolthouse Farms. This is the chunky blue cheese. It's only 35 calories for 2 tablespoons. Normally it'd be like 150 for 2 tablespoons, 170. So it's way less. So I'll put a little bit of this on there. Really just, I mean, a little bit of a flavor, but yeah, no butter for me anymore on veggies at least. I can't even really remember the last time that I just had straight up butter, which is so weird to me because it used to be such a huge part of my life. Yeah, you just got to make those changes. It's worth it. I don't need the fat on my fat. So let's talk our last sustainable change of the day. Himalayan pink salt. Now, the reason that we don't use white salt anymore is because white salt is a pressed sodium chloride. It is made completely in a lab. It is not natural at all. It is made to taste like what this tastes like. It is fake and bad for your body. Your body doesn't know how to process it. It makes you retain water. This kind of salt actually has minerals in it. It actually is, good for you. Not obviously in spades. You still want to control your sodium intake, but in general, in comparison for white salt to pink salt, way better. This every day of the week. So another sustainable change that I will be able to do for the rest of my life and not mind, right? That's what we're talking about here. Sustainable changes, small changes that you can make for the rest of your life and not mind. So I think I have a couple more things on here, but nothing really that's too crazy. Oh, the last, okay? I said the pink salt, but let's talk water for 1 second. Why waste your calories on liquids? Water is your new best friend. It sounds like counterintuitive, but the more water you drink, the less water you retain, the less water you hold in. And that's because your body is sure that it's going to be getting all of the water that it needs. So it's not trying to hang on to any in case it doesn't get enough. It knows that enough is coming, so it's allowing all the water to flow through you to flush out, toxins, fill up your cells, help you maintain muscle health, all of that good stuff. Water is essential to us, and it's low calorie, 0 calorie, so perfect. Unsweetened iced tea, also 0 calorie, made almost completely of water, except for the natural tea herbs. So that's another good choice. Now, I will on occasion, you guys probably saw this on the table, do Monster. These are 0 sugar, 0 calorie, the ultra line. Like I said, on occasion, because all the 0 calorie kind of stuff is going to have those artificial sweeteners and stuff in there. So you just kind of have to decide what you're going for. Are you going for low calorie, or are you going for clean eating with no artificial sweeteners? Because it's two very different things. What I've shown you is pretty much a mixture of both, which is pretty much how I live my life. My more priority is, I'd say, low calorie. But at the same time, if I have the choice of a low calorie that's not as healthy and a low calorie that's healthier, I will usually try and go for the healthier one. I kind of rolled my eyes saying that because let's be real. Like I said, wife, a mom, my kids kind of run around snacking on things, and I want to be part of it. I want to live my life. So you got to figure out a way to lower the calories and live your life. And that is what sustainable dieting is all about, at least in my opinion. I should have said in the very beginning, I am in no way a dietitian. I am not board certified. There's no kind of anything going on here except for my own opinion, my own experiences, my own self teaching myself how to lose 100 pounds in a year. That was a lot of talking. That was a lot. I'm pretty ready to be done. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I was thinking about doing kind of some of my go-to snack options, which some of them are here, but I don't know. I'm a dessert girl, so I have a couple go-to desserts that I usually do that I could show you if you wanted. So any other questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. Follow me on Instagram at WonderWoman.fit. On Facebook, same name at WonderWoman.fit, or MyFitnessPal, WonderWoman_fit. And I started a Twitter, and I think it's also WonderWoman_fit. I'm trying to get everything all, synced up here. Anyway, I hope that you guys have a great week, and I hope that you lose weight.